Yo, what up, D Brooks? What's happening? Dang, still having a few issues. Working out a few issues that's going on, man. But it's working out. So good evening to you, bro. How was your day today? Appreciate it, appreciate it. Oh, my girl's up in here. Shout out to Miss Nova. How you doing, Miss Nova? Welcome to my live. It's the first time you've been on my live. Welcome to it. Celebrating the day, celebrating the day. As of this morning, 100 subscribers this morning. Was able to finally change my URL to New York in your city finally. That's one of the small milestones, one of the small things I was trying to accomplish. I'm good, I'm good. Yo, what's up, Beth? How you doing? How you doing? I know this might be, small to everybody else, but this is big to me. This is real, real big for me. I don't know if y'all hear the music in the background. And my theme music in the background. Shout out to CFM Copyright Free Music. That's what it came from. Shout out to him, shout out to him. Yes, please hit the like button, y'all. As y'all come in, please hit the like button. If y'all haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Please subscribe. So hopefully everybody's day was going good because my day started off with a bang after being on the first live this morning. And next thing I know, this one guy hit this guy on there. I said, man, I'm 2 away from having 100. Next thing I know, somebody subscribed. And this dude said, I'm your 100 subscriber. And sure enough, he was. Man, shout out to him. Shout out to him. He know who he is. If he jump in the live, I'll shout out his name. Definitely, definitely. And Beth had a good time yesterday at the game. For y'all, really nobody knows what Beth. Had difficulties yesterday with getting on live for the time I wanted to do live. And I postponed it until today. I was going to wait till tomorrow, but I said, let me do it today before I jump on with some more lives that I normally join today, which one of them, Beth, is one of the ones you joined with Tech Preacher and the whole crew. So wanted to go ahead and jump on today. Appreciate it, Nova. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. D Brooks, I'm sorry. Car still runs. I'm doing well. Good. I'm glad it still runs. I'm glad you went with that intake you went with. But one of the things from yesterday, I was having difficulties. I wanted to do my live early yesterday. It was going to go on at 4 o'clock. I had a bunch of issues, and then I got an invite to the KU game, University of Kansas basketball game against Milwaukee. So I shot into that, and man, had a ball. And I was actually sitting up here editing that footage. I was going to actually throw it up because I had a few people that say, yeah, throw it up, throw it up, throw it up. Because I did a little bit from my live from IG, so I figured I'd just go ahead and throw it up. Me and Gene, what's happening? I know we've been crossing paths all day because we've been in and out of people's lives all day. Appreciate you for getting on. 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 Definitely. Definitely. And went to the game yesterday. Had a great time. Had a great time. And that was actually my first KU game. Even though I've been there before, I met Bill Self. I got pictures I took with him, which is so crazy for my techie people that's in here. I had the Note 2 at the time before I had this Note 9. This was Note 9. I had a Note 2, Note 7, but back when I had the Note 2, actually took a picture with him. I said, yo, coach, can I get a picture with you? It was back when I first moved to Kansas City. And the picture we took, well, as soon as he saw my phone, he said, oh my God, is that a phone? Because at the time, phones wasn't that big. And that was a huge phone compared to all the phones out. And I'm like, yeah, that's my phone. That's my cell phone. Oh God. So I actually got the footage of him saying that. I need to go dig that up and post that up too. But they got a chance to see him, take a picture with him and whatnot back then. And last night, just to go to the game, and it was epic. It really was epic. I left about, I think it was like 6 minutes left in the game because I wanted to beat that traffic to get back on my side of town. But yeah, definitely was epic. Had a great time. Really, really, really great time. Appreciate it, G. Appreciate it, man. You know, this is a long fight to get to that 100. And I don't know if you was on that live this morning. I was on so many lives today while I was getting work done at the same time. And I just put on there, you know, I'm two away from hitting 100. I got 98. And they say, you know, one guy hit a subscribe, and another guy sent a message right on the live saying, "Hey, I'm number 100. You got your 100." And then I got a notification. So when I got a notification, I went ahead and just changed my URL to what I wanted to be. Yeah, D Brooks. The first 100 is tough, and you know this ain't my first time getting that 100. When I had my other channel, I had got a bunch by accident, but I never really did anything. I'll just post some stuff, leave it, post some stuff, leave it. Um, it means more to me now than it did then because of what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to reach. Let me know if this light behind me is bothering anybody. I know it's kind of throwing off the camera a little bit. I hate the light sometimes. That's normally why I either scoot this way. Oh yeah, you was on it when I hit the 100. Yeah, you was on there. Okay, I thought you was. Like I said, I was in so many lives today, I kind of lost track. And then I also got a notification from a subscriber. Man, I just asked her. You know, and she's somebody that's out there, and she's from my city. Except she's from Brooklyn. I'm from Queens, and that's Miss TK. Shout out Miss TK. She subscribed to my page. Like no problem. Once you support me, I subscribe to you, and she does a lot of stuff. I mean, from personality stuff to skits with Fenarios, which I know him, he's in Atlanta, to just being in the scene. And she went ahead and did that for me today. Just jumped on and subscribed. And I was like, wow, you know, I got a few people that y'all can't see and nobody really can see that subscribe to my page that are famous. And I mean, real famous. And it was, you know, just crazy to see they supported me. And some of them remember me from my days of doing security for them. So it really put an edge up on everything. And I was just glad and happy for all that, period. Period. For those in here, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. Smash the hell out of that like button. I figure I'd go ahead and jump in and do this live today. Being I was supposed to do it yesterday. For those that just tuning in, I had technical difficulties yesterday. I couldn't get on anything. I don't know what was going on. And it wasn't just, it was all my devices. It was my laptop here, my gaming PC, everything. I could not get on live to save my life. I don't know what was going on. And then by the time it was going to let me on, I was already on the road. And I was already at the game, and I was like, you know what? I'll just postpone it to tomorrow. So sorry about that, everybody. I wasn't trying to leave people hanging. I try to pick Tuesday as my day because a lot of people lives I jump on are all the rest of the days. So I always try to pick Tuesday as my day, so I'm not, you know, bumping in with anybody because I want to support them like I have been for the last years, like they support me. But definitely wanted to go ahead and jump on the live today and basically say a few things. Basically celebrate that. That's one of the main things. Because man, that to me that was just big in the 100 subscribers, real big. I can't I can't even. It's hard to even say anything else. It's like, dang, I made that 100. Wow. But I know a lot of my car people here want to get updates on the Deuce. Kilo, what's happening? What is up? What is up? I know a lot of people want to updates, stuff with the cars, stuff with technology, a little bit of everything. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump into it. Updates with the car. We decided to change intakes to a Terminator intake just to see what happens. Because basically they use me as a guinea pig. They use me as a guinea pig for everything because they're not ready for me to go in the shop yet, which is fine. I'm not in no big rush. I'm really not in no big rush, but I want to document everything once we decide what we're gonna go with. Because I know that the documentation I would get is going to help a lot of people out and a lot of people that's doing LS swaps, period. Because I don't know everything about LS swaps, but I know enough to get it going. But these guys, they've been doing it for so long, especially Scott. Shout out to Scott from Scott Performance out here in KC. With him, he's been doing it so long with his background from working with NASCAR and all that. Man, he's just a bundle of information. And with him, he's like, you know what? For him, this is not his first big car doing because he does them all the time. But to him, it means a whole lot more because we became good friends. And he said to him, this is the first time he done a car with on it. So he really excited to see how it would turn out and see how things would go. And like I told him, I said, hey man, I'm thrilled. I can't wait to see how this go, but I'm patient. I said, we waited this long from changes that we made before a lot of people knew. We made a lot of changes where we went from it was a plain 6.0 that we thought about doing. I ended up getting rid of that without even doing anything to it. To a 6.2 that came out of 2015 Escalade. I had started building that up, thinking I was going to use that, and then when I came across this LT4, to me that was like the holy grail of what I had already had. And I was like, man, it's time to just make the switch. Let me just do this. Even though that 6.2 and LT4 is built on the same kind of frame, the same kind of specs, listen to me. Same kind of block, same kind of specs, but the LT4, as we know, come in those vets and there's a whole lot more power. From the factory, it's putting out awesome power. And just with a few changes here and there, we can get it to do some wonders. And plus, a lot of the parts that he's using for me as for guinea pig, they're not costing me nothing. These are stuff he has laying around. And the reason why he want to change Intex because somebody ordered that Intech and wanted him to do the job. They fully paid the deposit for it and everything. It was non-refundable deposit, and they didn't come back to get anything. And he said it's been sitting brand new in the box for over XYZ amount of time, and it'll fit your engine. He said, I forgot I even had it. He had it so long. It's been sitting in the storage room and it has dust on the whole box. To the point we were just wiping dust bunnies off. I mean, thick dust off the box. And luckily, everything inside the box was wrapped in plastic, so it looked brand new because it was brand new. He said, man, let's just use this. Because I was thinking about going with the Elderbrock. He's like, let's just use this. Let's use this. Let's go with it and see what happens. Sorry, I couldn't stay. I'm getting. Hey, it's all right, Nova. I'm just glad you jumped in. Appreciate you for jumping in and smashing the like button. Just jumping in. That's cool. That's cool. Go handle you. Go get something to eat. Please get something to eat. Because I'm gonna definitely do that too. My food upstairs, but I left it upstairs. I wanted to get down here and talk to my folks. I want to let them know that what has been going on and apologize for yesterday not being on and also, man, appreciate it. Mr. John 613. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Yes, thank you, bro. Thank you. It was a long haul to get to this 6. Definitely a long haul. Gotta run to the store by to show some love. Okay, all right, Kilo. I'll holler at you. Man, definitely appreciate you for popping in. Definitely. So yeah, like I was saying, he had that just sitting there, and he was like, "Well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and use it on your engine." He said, "Cause I don't know nobody else that I would want to use that on because that's made for big power." So we went on ahead and stuck it on, and there's some other key components that we need to change for that to fully work like we wanted to. And I just had to order that myself. I had to go and order that, and I did some IT work from. For those that don't know, I do IT work as well. I did some IT work from an exchange for it. So he went ahead and ordered it. When that piece comes in, and it's a piece for the throttle body to fit on because we went with it's a huge throttle body. I think it's 110 millimeter. I can't remember the size, but all that'll be documented as I go along. And being we changed to that, it just made so much sense to go ahead and order the right stuff for it because I want to do it right. I don't want to mess around. Let's just go ahead and do it right. Especially being he walked me through it because not only is he building stuff for it, I'm also building stuff for it as well. So, with that being said, once we get that on, we'll see what kind of numbers it makes. See if we need to change anything. Hopefully not, and we should actually be good. One other thing, my cross member for that we made. That cross member that we made. Hey, look at John. That cross member that we made for it. I need to go ahead and I'm gonna use it. He has an actual B-body frame just sitting in the back, and it's from a 70 model Caprice, which is the same setup as my Deuce and a Quarter, basically. Frames are the same. So that's what we've been using to kind of mock stuff up. And my cross member's done. because we went ahead and just built a whole new crossman, but we never put the holes in it and whatnot for the tranny to fit and for everything else. I mean, it's brand new cut from the CNC machine. And I mean, this thing is crazy. It's a box style. Man, it'll like some of Frankenstein, but it'll do what it needs to do. And we're gonna go ahead and cut the holes for it to basically make sure it fits. So when we put the mold in, we just throw it up and we ain't got to sit there and mess around. Because this whole thing is we're gonna do it all in one day. We'll start that morning, afternoon, you're gonna be driving home with no problem. Everything should be working. The engines are gonna be tuned, um, tuned up, tuned already, ready to go. Dry shaft is already done. Everything will be just jammed up. It's just throwing it all in, and that's it. And making sure it's topped off with fluids. Make sure nothing leaking. Make sure everything's right. Make sure the collector, which that's the only basic thing we have to weld, is the collector onto the existing exhaust I got now, and may have to do a little bit of modifications to it. Not really much. I think he just wants to change where one of the hangers are for it once after we get the engine in. He said, I know by the time we get it in, we need to change, but that's an easy change. That won't take but a few minutes to do. So, with that being said, I figure, there we go. With that being said, I figure we go ahead and just, take our time to get it going. So that's the update as far as with the car right now. I know D Brooks, I know you're still in here. I know you, LS, and there's a few others that have hit me up about it. Wanted to get into the cardio part about it, so I know I'm gonna throw some of that part into this. Some of these lives while I talk about it because I already got majority of all the stuff that's sitting waiting to go in. Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, so I want to, majority of stuff is gonna go in, and I can kind of talk about some of it. All the regular speakers, all the mids, all gonna be Crescendo Pro Audio. It's the Highline that they have. I already have all those stuff already. Um, Dealing with doing installs for a lot of people, I always buy stuff by bulk. So yeah, because I install cardio too. Yep, I do that too. Um, and motorcycle audio, definitely do that too. And I want to make sure I had that stuff ready to go because when I end up taking it to basically to Slick, shout out to Stitch by Slick Upholstery up in Columbia, South Carolina. I'm end up shipping my car there. Too bad I don't live in Atlanta no more, where I can just easily just run up and go drop it off. Especially being my dad is from up, not too far from that area. Um, well, all dad's side of the family at, mom's side of the family up that way in South Carolina. I could have just shot it up there 1, 2, 3, but I'm gonna have to just ship it there. Thought about pulling and driving it, but I think I'm just going to end up shipping it because I'm gonna be too busy. There's gonna be so much stuff going on, but I want to get his engine stuff done first before I did that. Enough done, get him do my full interior over the way I want it, the right way, how it should be. Even though there's nothing wrong with it now, but I want it to match what I'm doing with the engine. I don't want underneath to be looking all good and then the interior is looking, yeah. I want that interior to be jam up. I want that shit to be sharp, perfect, with nothing. You can't question it. You can't think like, damn, this shit is just clean. So, and me and Slick already talked about it before. And we actually talked about it for years off and on, but then I talked about it heavy and I said, let me get this engine work done first. And then, 2020, I'm coming to see you. We're going to talk about them, drop it off to you. You quote me the price, whatever you need, deposit, whatever. We'll work that on out, get that done, and just get it done. Just get it done, get it done, get it done. And like I've been telling everybody, this car means more to me than just go buy one on the street because it's been in the family since brand new, over 40 years. And I want to make sure that it stayed in the family, make sure it stayed right. Because even after me, it's going down to my son. Okay, save money that you put towards something else. Yeah, 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 Gene, you do. You do, you do, you do. And that's kind of what I've been doing with this engine bill. Like, I don't really have to put that engine in. I really don't. I can stick with the engine that's in there, keep rolling, because I already know that engine's jam up. I drove from Atlanta to Kansas City. That same car with the engine out with the wheels on it, but it was a factory. I drove it all the way here. No problem. But I wanted to basically get it newer age with newer technology, but still had an old feel, especially being I updated everything else already. Like the suspension, all that stuff. That stuff was from basically from a newer vehicle. Made for a new vehicle. The urethane bushings and whatnot, everything's updated. So I just been taking my time building everything right. I haven't really been in a big, big, big rush at all. Even though I got slick now trying to talk me getting them callies. Yeah, he trying to talk me getting them callies from him, and I'm like, you know what? We'll see. I did enter in his raffle. Shout out to Stitch by Slick. He got a raffle going on, y'all. If y'all want a chance to win any size reels in a Corley Forge, raffle's $50. All you gotta do is hit him up. He's on hit him up on his IG, and then he'll give you his Gmail and set it up like that with his PayPal and get in and do it. If I want to set from that, then I'm gonna turn around these 26s I got now. I'm gonna hold on to them for a while. I might sell them right now. Hold on to them if I did win that, but for now, I would hold on to them for a minute. But yeah, exactly. I'm gonna just like I was saying, get it done to him once I got all the stuff done, and just take my time doing it. And that's one thing I always tell a lot of people: don't be in a rush doing a car. I know a guy right now. And it trips people out when he tell people it took me 10 years to get the car to where it's at right now. He said, I'm on a regular 9 to 5 check. He said, anytime I have a little extra money, I put it to the side. I'll save if I get this, I'll get that. And I painted the car for him. I saved him a lot of money by just what size? What size what, Brooks? What size what? Let me know what you're talking about. What size as far as wheels? That he's auctioning off? I mean that he's raffling off? I mean, yeah, I've seen that wheel giveaway stick doing. Yeah, it is. I think he said 26s. I think he said 26, but I'm not sure. I know for me, that's what I would rock. But yeah, 2026. That's what it was. You're right, G. He's doing any size from 20 to a 26. That's what he's doing. So you figure dollar raffle, okay. Figure you win it. Like, damn, I want a set of wheels. I want a set of forged wheels, $50. And then you get it. You pick what you want out of I think of a selection he has. So you just pick what you want. But like I was saying, I was talking about that guy. He just been just doing everything piece by piece by piece by piece, and the car's nice. It really is nice. And now he talking to me now about doing some. He said, "I want to join the big wheel gang." Gang. I said, "Big wheel gang." I'm trying to get in that gang with the big wheel. Oh, the gang. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, well, what you want to do? Well, your suspension is already set up. It don't take much, and he also has a short bed that's tubed. I'm like, you do either one. It don't matter. It don't matter. So I'm assisting him with that, and I'm gonna get some footage of that and put that on the channel as well. And nah, Gene, you can't beat that. You can't beat that at all. You figure $50 raffle and you win, and you get $50. Man, that's a damn steal. It's a damn steal, and you get what you want. What you pick what you want out of that, throw them on and be chilling. Mr. DIY, what's happening? Yo, shout out to Mr. DIY. He hit 100 this week too. He hit 100 subscribers this week. Yeah, why? Glad you could join in. Yeah, I was just telling people, I've been in so many lives today, and I know DIY. You see me at least one of them because you was in one the same time I was in. And yeah, congratulations to you too, bro. Congratulations to you too, bro. And I was just telling people like a minute ago that basically you crossed over to 100, just like I did. And man, it's a wonderful thing. Matter of fact, Mr. John 613, wasn't you the one that helped me get to that 100? If I'm not mistaken, when you the one that helped me get to that 100, I was like one away at that time. It went from 98 to 99, and then you gave me that 100. I think that was you, if I'm not mistaken. You got to excuse me. There's been a lot going on today. I've been so busy today. I've been trying to edit in videos. I've been finding old footage trying to edit because I got some old footage that's not even in 1080p or 720. Matter of fact, I think it's in like 480 to 360, and I've been running it through software to get it freshened up to make it look as clear as possible, and get it to throw out. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mr. John 316. Yeah, John. I am at 102, 103, and one of them came from somebody that's I consider out there, one of the famous people. She said no. It was a lady. She said no doubt. My name is TK. Y'all go check her out. She does skits. She does radio. She does a little bit of everything. And she's from Brooklyn. I'm from Queens. And she said, you always been supporting me. So heck yeah. I'll go ahead and subscribe. And she subscribed and boom. Next thing I know, the numbers was going up, and I don't want to do nothing but go up from here. I want to put out good content and go up from here and make some things happen. Um, there's a couple other things I want to talk about tonight. I wasn't gonna be on live too long because I didn't want to tie everybody up. I know everybody just getting home and got kids to deal with and wife or husband to deal with and my lady's husband to deal with. And just trying to do your everyday thing that you normally do and eat and you may have your own stuff you have to do online and whatnot. So I just wanted to jump on real quick and kind of give an update on the call, which I did. Um, Basically talk about a few things today. I don't know who in here was on Rails live about 30 minutes an hour ago. He was definitely talking some real. That's my dude right there. Definitely my dude. And he was talking about some real stuff today. I'm definitely proud of him. I actually been subscribed to him since he started. And to see his growth and to see how things have gone on, I'm definitely proud of him. And also when I was in Yo, what up, LS? Appreciate it, man. I found out this morning, LS, when I was on your live. Loco, what's happening? I see you up in here peeking. What is going on? What's happening? Loco, yeah, Loco, I know when you kick that code, we're gonna hook up. But those don't know me and Loco in the same city. How about that? So we and him gonna hook up and link up and do some chatting, do some talking, and come to find out we kind of in the same. We in the same field. We in IT. So oh man, kind of lost my train of thought real quick. Congratulate everybody. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm still on this high of just getting to 100, man. This is a wonderful thing, man. Some people might be a small thing to a giant, but to me, I'm just like, wow, did it, made it, you know, grateful for it. It's been a grind. And for those that's in here, please smash the like button. Please smash the like button. Please smash the like button. And tell a friend to tell a friend. So one of the other things I was going to talk about tonight as well. Um, Buddy of mine, which I've talked to LS about as well. I know LS is like, huh? Yeah, I talked to you about it as well. Came across while I was on the road doing Thanksgiving holiday, came across 80, what is that? 87, 88 box Chevy two-door, clean. Nothing wrong with it. I hit up the guy, got the number off, hit up the guy, and finally got a chance to check it out. Someone's home and whatnot, and oh my God, man, it was clean. So I was like, I don't need another car, I don't need this. So I hit up somebody else I know that was looking for old school, trying to, get them in the game. They didn't want to go too old, but they like the box Chevys and whatnot. Came across that and he actually got it and got it home. And he's already starting to do little stuff to it. He said the headliner needed to be redone. He's already gone to pull apart and already grabbed the roof already. I'm like, what? So, yeah, I already grabbed the roof. He said, and I got I don't have the time because he really don't have that much time. Because I told him I could help him put it in, but he ended up calling Top King where I got mine done at. And he actually took it up there to him and they was like, oh yeah, we'll cut this up, we'll put it in. And from my understanding, it was supposed to get put in today. Yesterday actually, and picked up today. So hopefully I get to see what it looks like after that and get to see where he's at. My phone ain't ring. I know, Loco. Sorry, man. Man, it's been busy, busy. But we've been texting back and forth though. Been texting back and forth. It's been a little busy. I gotta apologize. You know, gotta apologize for that. Gotta send me that pic. Loco, what pic you talking about? I don't know what pic you talking about. Unless you're talking to somebody else in the chat. I'm just now reading some of the stuff on here. Also, like I was saying about the box, it's clean. But there's another thing I had wanted to talk about as well, which that's all I want to talk about was that box. Oh, that two door. Oh, okay, that's two door. Yeah, I'll get you a picture of it. Picture of it. He lives about 35 minutes south of here, so I'll link up with him and get it. I'll get it. It's just been busy, but I'll definitely get it to you. Um, One of the other things I want to talk about for those that have lives like LS, have these big lives, and I don't know if a lot of people know, and you trying to read comments and they're going real, real fast, it is a way to slow it down. I can send anybody who needs the link to it via IG. I can send you the link. Um, and if not, you can Google it as well. It's a way to slow down your live where you go through settings. It basically explains you. It basically explains to you to go through settings, go through here, and you can slow it down by all the way down to the milliseconds. And for those, I'll shoot a vid, good content. Yeah, look, I'm definitely gonna shoot a vid on them. Definitely gonna shoot a vid. But basically, you can slow down your live comments so you be able to read them. Like I know for me, I want to read every one of them. There's not a whole lot of people now, but when you get to the point where you got 20, 30K or a few hundred, they're going fast. So everybody's typing, everybody's typing, everybody's typing. Even though you can get some mediators for it and whatnot, but that's the way to slow it down. I had to show somebody that through a live right before Thanksgiving, and I walked him through it before he did his live, and he just appreciated it. He really did. Twitch has the slow mo feature. Yeah, Twitch does have a slow mo feature. You're right, it does. But on here, it definitely does as well. And you just go through the settings and slow it down to the milliseconds. You definitely can't slow it all the way down. Trying to think what else. No, there's so much other stuff I had wanted to talk about, and I had it all up in my head yesterday. One of the other things I want to talk about, for those that need certain beats, for their channel to do intros and whatnot, hit up my boy Tanny So Lit. He got some hot, hot, hot tracks. CFM, which is copyright free music, got some hot tracks. That's where I got my outro from. Where you can just basically, have some good music. I know most everybody already got their own thing, but I just want to put that out there. When I come across something that's good to me, I want to share it to y'all. Period. Share it to y'all. Period. Also, as far as the holidays, I've seen something else that was so great, and I wish I could have got. I wish I could have been able to get footage of it. Somebody had just sent me like a little message thing on it, and I was like, "Wow, man, that is wonderful. That is great." Um, this guy had been saving up money for a while to buy something, an old school something. He didn't care what it was. And his wife basically works some company somewhere here in the city. And one of her coworkers, bosses, or something like that, has an old car. He said, "Yeah, I'm thinking about something." He said, "What kind of car is it?" And she don't know about cars. So basically, somebody told her to hit me up, and they hit me up about it, and I talked her through it, and I wish I could have went to go see it, but man, when she told me what it was, I was like floored. I was like, "What? Really? Oh, that's what's up." And she said it has something called an LS conversion. And I said, "Oh, it has an LS engine." And she said, "Yeah, that's what he said, an LS engine. I don't know what size, but he said it's converted to that because it runs strong as this, as that, as this, blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Okay." And what it is, it's a 1970 Chevelle. And it has the Ellis conversion in it, and she got it for 16K. I know some people are like, huh, but 16K, that's cheap for a Chevelle. That's clean. It needed nothing. It needed nothing. It got a set of wheels on and a set of, I think, 20s on it. But it's clean. It's clean. It's clean. As a matter of fact, it got the 20 the rally start type wheels. But from what I saw, it was clean. It was clean. So I was like, oh, okay. I was like, all right, all right, all right, all right, cool. Look, I have a 69 Chevelle, needs everything. Well, you know what's so crazy about that loco? They sell all the parts for it. At least it ain't like my car. You can't hardly get no parts for it. But yeah, 70 Chevelle. Um, and it need nothing. AC where everything works. So she got it for him, and man, somebody gonna be happy come Christmas morning. That's all I got to say. Because she just bought it and she put it in storage up until that time, and she said, "Well, my brother will go get it, and he'll bring it to the house Christmas morning." I said, okay, that's what's up. I said, hopefully it ain't snowing then. It shouldn't be, but cool. She said, if it look like the weather's gonna be bad, then we'll do it before then. And I'm like, well, can I beat it to get the footage? And she said, I don't see why not. But I thought about, oh, damn, do it Christmas morning. It might be kind of hard for me to go get that footage. But we'll see. 1970 Chevelle says she used to be dream car. Yeah. And it's what color is it? I think it's the silver with the black Raleigh stripes. Don't quote me on that because it was a quick show and it's one of those quick show me. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. But definitely was happy for him. I said, man, he gonna be ecstatic, man. He gonna love that ish to death. Yeah, that 70 through 72 Chevelle. Yep, I like the 70 through 72 Chevelle, 70 through 73 Nova. Matter of fact, oh, she's gone now. She was in here earlier. Definitely have to check her out. She has a badass Nova. Man, and she's doing the L version on it. And yeah, Nova Cal Steel. Yeah, she was on here earlier. She has a badass Nova that she's doing Ellis conversion on. And shout out to her because I was like, wow, to see a female doing I love to see females jumping up trying to do some things like that. So yep, I'm happy for her. Yeah, DIY Ellis swap Chevelle. I don't know what size Ellis in it, but it doesn't even matter. And it's tuned. Because she was just reading what she wrote down. And she said, it's tuned, it's this, and it's kind of funny. I want to kind of laugh because I was like, wow, she's reading the paper, but doesn't, how people read stuff, don't know what they're reading. But I'm explaining it to her. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She said, well, he wants 18 for it, and nothing's wrong. Everything's documented. It was frame off restoration back in 2004. I'm like, if you don't go get that damn car, I'm gonna find a way to go get that car. So she went ahead and got that car. So definitely was, definitely I gotta find a way to get that footage. It's gonna be kind of hard. I got small kids and I know some family gonna be around and whatnot. It's gonna be hard to try to get that footage. So our brother said he may try to get there early enough to get the footage and then he'll send it to me. But y'all know when you get somebody else to do footage, they might not get all what you want them to get that I would get. But I'll be grateful for anything. Platform to build a monster with. Yeah, definitely. Nova is a good platform to build a monster with. Really, any of them cars back in that time with that body style, the Nova, the Chevelles, the Cutlass, even the Grand Prix, believe it or not. And there's a funny story about that Grand Prix. A buddy of mine that's in Atlanta has a Grand Prix, and everybody thinks it's a Chevelle because it has a Chevelle front end and lights in the back, the whole panel and everything. And we swapped it to that. I helped him do it, helped do the conversion. We converted the only difference is the fender for those. I remember it has instead of having the same line in the bolts for the header for the to go on, it was different. So what we did was we just moved those studs, cut them off. Cut them off. I remember Miguel them to move them so they would fit. We put it on, and it trips people out because they see it, and even in the inside you can't tell. But he tells people all the time, "Hey, this is a Grand Prix." They're like, "What?" Yeah, it was a Grand Prix. Matter of fact, it was a V6 Grand Prix that he got from an old man. It was just sitting in his backyard collecting dust, sitting on dust on flats. I'm trying to read what Loco said. He just threw me off. Morning, dang, I missed what happens to Chevelle. Good morning, dang, I missed what happened to Chevelle. Uh, D Brooks, we not in Japan, so I don't know about good morning, but I'll take it. I'm contemplating on a Grand Prix. Hey, and not on a Grand Prix. I mean, they all built on that same thing. I mean, Fisher built the whole bodies for all of them. It's the same thing. It's just the front end is different. A lot of those parts are interchanged. So when we changed the whole front header panel on that, it was perfect. It was perfect. You couldn't tell it was a 70. What year Grand Prix is that he has? 71, I want to say. But everybody thinks it's a Chevelle. And he ain't telling nobody no different, not unless they ask. If you're a real car person, you can tell something different, but other than that, you really can't. You can't tell by the naked eye. You really can't tell. And he has no badges on it, no nothing. And the reason why he wanted that Fred header panel, because at the time, I don't know if y'all remember the strut grills. That's how far I go back. He wanted the strut grill that fits that, and they didn't only made it for that model car. And then he ended up not even getting a strut grill. He got a daggone Forge grill, Forge Auto grill, and I think he's changed from that. This back when the strut package was in heavy because he had it on his he had a Range Rover at the time that had the strut package on it, and he wanted that same grill that they made for the Chevelles, but it wasn't gonna fit. So we found a Chevelle that was in a junkyard. I mean, a bunch of parts missing, but the header panel was there, and the rear panel was there. We took everything off. Looks like any other G body from the side, the grill and tail light. Yeah, and that's how all of them was built. Yep. The GTO and the Le Mans Chevelle. Yeah. Believe it or not, Le Mans and the GTO, this guy that I know, my dad, real close to my dad, he worked at General Motors plant when all those was being built. And he was saying that the GTO, the Le Mans, Chevelle, the Malibu, Chevelle Malibu Edition, and he just went down and listed all those cars. He said all of them was built the same. He said the only thing is different cuts on them, just like they do the new cars now, and the header panel and the rear panel. He said you take all those off and interchange them, and that's what like I said, that's what we did with that Grand Prix. We changed the front, changed the back. The front and back is ugly on the '80s Grand Prix. Oh dang, Gene! You know what? You right though. That front do look kind of mean and ugly, and the back does look kind of funny. I'd have changed that too. Matter of fact, I saw a YouTube video where a guy actually changed his because people talked about it so bad. He changed that whole front end to a Cutlass front end. He had a Cutlass Saloon '87 Saloon front end on it, and then he had the lights. He changed that. I mean, he did some modifications, but he changed that whole back. It's crazy, but he did it. But for those that are just getting in here, please smash the like button. Please smash the like button. I thought that for what we did to dude's Grand Prix, it looked good. It really did look good. You couldn't tell it any different. And he said, I'm gonna keep it like this. He said, I really did it. He said, I didn't do it to get rid of that, just to get rid of front end. I did it because I wanted that grill. I want that strut package grill that they made for it, and that's what I wanted. And by the time we got done with it, by the time I painted and whatnot, he ended up not even going with that grill. The grill, he ordered the grill, it came. I don't know, I can't remember what happened. We did not even do it. Too many cars, not enough time. Loco, you got that many cars? You like me? I'm trying to focus on one at a time instead of doing this one a little bit, that one a little bit, this one. So I'm gonna do one at a time. So once I'm done with this one, and it's time to go on to the '52 Pontiac. So on the Pontiac, then the '66 Chevrolet truck. If I don't sell it, because I may just interchange that for something else. And then also I acquired a short bed, a C10. For those that don't know what short beds are, acquired a C10 that's man, it's clean. It's clean. It's clean. Engine's locked up in it. A tranny I sold out already, and it's just sitting where I got it sitting at right now, covered up. And I'm debating what I want to do with that when the time comes. But for right now, I'm gonna let it sit for right now because I want to get these other projects done first before I jump and do that. Before I jump and do that, I want to go get these other things done first. Trying to think what else. Like I said, wasn't a lot I want to talk about. There's a few things I want to talk about. And for those that's doing the LS conversions, do y'all know what motor mounts y'all going with? What brand of motor mounts? So y'all using the same ones that came with it, or y'all switching them out? That was one of the questions I want to ask. I remember when I was on when I was on your live, I want to ask that. Yeah, Gene, one project at a time. And that's what I'm doing. Because I already know for the '53 Pontiac, it needs nothing. Nothing but suspension work, which I already have a different frame for it that'll fit up underneath it. I got a '78 Malibu frame that will fit. So I'm just gonna swap the body onto that frame, and change it out to new specs of the engine. I might put the engine I already have, that Rocket already have in it, or I might put Ellis in it. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but that ain't gonna take that long. That's not gonna take that long. That's gonna be a 1, 2, 3 done deal. Uh, I'll be done with that quick. Especially if I ain't trying to do anything crazy because I ain't trying to change the interior. Interior is in mint condition. Mint condition. They brush using adapter plates. Made my own mounts. Okay, cool. Yeah, John. That's exactly what happened with me. Dealing with these guys, they made their own mounts, and mine. People said they'd never seen anything like that before. And it's basically the mount, and it's gonna bolt down the frame, but it has studs sticking up, and it's the same size studs that are on that are on for like a bus or 18 wheeler, and it's an adapter plate that's on the engine, and basically it sits right on there, and then the bolts go right on top, and it has a cushion thing in between, almost like how the newer models are. That way it can take the impact of a lot of that horsepower because it's gonna have the mounts at the bottom and it's gonna have the four-way brackets bolted from the engine to basically the frame. One's gonna come down, go on the frame, bolt down this way. The other's gonna go that way. Plasma cutout wood. I see adapters. Use that. Do that place as well. Blah blah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So therefore, I just kind of wondered because I've seen people use different ones, and I was like, that's one thing that's on my mind. Your thing ones too. Yeah, your thing ones are pretty good. Like I said, mine's are I forgot the metal materials made out of, but it's basically it was a whole block and a CNC machine cut it and made them. That's what's gonna go down on there. As far as anything else on the car that made some leeway on, not really much else, because a lot of it now, like I said, is waiting for that part to come for the intake. Then we'll go up on a dyno again, and I think that's gonna be it until it's ready to go in. I think it's gonna be until it's ready to go in. I do have, I don't know if I ever talked about this, a modified oil pan. Um, because the oil pan that was on there for the that came out from the vet, it wasn't going to work with my crossman. And I'm glad we had that B body frame sitting there to test it out. It wouldn't give it enough clearance. So what we had to do is Pimpin' TV. What is up? Yo, shout out to my boy Pimpin'. What is happening, Pimpin'? Congratulations on the 100, my G. Appreciate it, man. You know, small milestone, but there's a lot of work that went to get there, and I'm just so happy, to get to that milestone. And I think I'm like at 103 now, and I got notification that somebody else subscribed. So hopefully, it just keeps going up from there. That's what I want to do, just keep going up and building from there. But like I was saying, I'm glad we had that frame there because that gave me test mounts and gave me leeway on what all we needed to do and what all we need to do different. Especially being he just finished up a Caprice, a 72, I think it is. He finished on a 72 Caprice, and it's the same frame structure. So I was like, oh heck yeah! I was like, heck yeah, that'll work. That'll definitely work. So I think one of the next things, like I was saying, excuse me, let me go back to what I was saying. I was saying the for the frame, we had to just change oil pans. Um, Different car. What he explained to me was the year up from that Corvette had the smaller oil pan, and we had to, and basically he had a few of those engines sitting in stock, but I still had to, and it wasn't the same of what he needed. So we found it online. I bought it, and it's so crazy. I found it on Craigslist. A dude had it for cheap. He had a bunch of other parts too, but he had it for cheap, and he let me have it for basically a little or nothing. And he said, "I don't have the gas. It's fine. We'll do what we need to do." So I was like, "Wow, it was great to go ahead and get that to go like it is and to get it to mount up and that dude's going to up being right. It's going to up being really, really the truth. At the end of the day, it's going to up being really, really the truth. Bro, I was there for a few months again. Months ago, bro. It's just begin. Yeah, Pippin, I know. I was one of your subscribers at the beginning when you first started. So I know. Matter of fact, I think when I subscribed, I don't even think you had 50 at the time. So, I know. I'm gonna just keep working at it and it'll get there. It'll get there. It'll get there. But I want to stay true to myself and stay me. I ain't trying to just sell out for anybody to get there. That ain't what I'm trying to do. And like I've always said, I'm not here for clout, not here for this. I'm here to start this because there's good people like y'all that's in here that I've just been watching for years, years, years. And a lot of times in the comment, I just watch and that was it. And I would just throw stuff up when I had my old channel and that was it. And man, I would just watch all that and back 96 Chevy was like, man, you need to go ahead and do this, you need to go ahead and do it, you need to go ahead and do YouTube. So when I finally was able to do one, I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it, make it happen. And like I said in that second live I did, I wanted to make sure before I started it real good to, thank the people that got me through that rough time to getting, where I'm at right now. Because that's what I did. I sat and watched YouTube to kind of zone out for a minute and kind of see what else was going on out there in the world. And besides just the every day. Yeah, Gene, I'm with you on that. It's nothing but good vibes from everybody. At the end of the day, we human. We on here trying to do something. We on here trying to exchange information. We on here to have a good time and laugh at the same time, and just get a lot of knowledge. And with us doing that, we coming across great people, and it's so crazy that you know when you start looking at and start looking at everything as a whole, and especially when you start like for me, I was always going to a lot of events. I was seeing a lot of people that bought up on YouTube. I remember seeing CJ on 32s when he had that what was that Charger on 28. And it was like car show I went to Indiana. Matter of fact, CJ So Cool was there at the time too. Too, especially when I lived in Atlanta, I was going to every car event. You saw all the same people so much, you got to know them. And this is before YouTube was what it is now. They was just there. And someone was filming stuff for their own stuff and they wasn't throwing nothing out. And then when I would go to Dallas and see some of the same people, matter of fact, I seen Rail when I was in Dallas before Rail even got to where he's at now. I saw him filming. And I know I got sorry, y'all. I got I got a live from another thing going too. And those people on this live, they're waiting to hear one of the stories because I told them I'm gonna tell a story about my time doing security with a lot of famous people. I'm gonna get to that. I'm getting to that. That's gonna be the next thing. Whatever you need, holler at me. Pimp said, whenever you need, holler at me. I'm like you found my lane. I'm sticking with it. Yeah, Pimp, please stick with that lane you got. Like I said, y'all check out Pimpin' if y'all haven't checked him out yet. This dude is so freaking hilarious. You know what? It don't make no sense how funny this dude is. I crack jokes here and there. And Pippin, Lady X is still a little mad at me for starting that whole Duck Squad thing. She's still a little mad at me. But it's all right. She said she got a two piece waiting for me extra crispy. I'm like, oh Lord. So I'm like, I think I need to wear a mask when I go to see her. Cause I got those same Mardi Gras masks sitting here from a Mardi Gras party and from New Orleans down there for down in around Mardi. What was down there for? It was right before Essence Festival. We decided to go, so I got all that stuff sitting. Oh, when I went to the classic a couple years ago. So yeah, man. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it. Y'all, I know I've been talking about the car thing, but I got other folks that want to hear some of these famous stories. They want to hear some of the stories I've been around. For y'all that don't know, from the year 2000 to about 2004. Bodyguard bouncer. I don't know about bodyguard bouncer. I was kind of big in that, which I'm going to go ahead and get and explain. Um, I worked for a security elite company where basically we did stuff for a lot of high profile celebrities and a lot of just I was getting a lot of big death threats. We was doing a lot for. And I got to see and meet a lot of people. I've talked about the thing with Michael Jackson. I talked about that. Okay, what you mean my thing is unstable? What's going on here? Hold on, y'all. Having technical difficulties. Y'all still see me? You still see me? Yeah, pimping is okay. I'm making sure. I thought I lost connection or something. Yeah, pimping is pops, catfish. Yeah, cool people, man. Like I said, Pim and Dad remind me of my dad, man. That's why I said, Pim, if I meet your dad, I already know I'm gonna love him. I already love him already, and I ain't met him. But when I meet him, I know I'm gonna love him to death because he's like that old school OG, like how my dad was. And man, it's whew, I don't even know what to say about it. But back to what I was saying. I know they say, come on with the story. Okay, so I did a lot of stuff for a lot of profile people. And anytime I talk about any famous people I did a lot of stuff for, it's all good stuff, nothing bad. Because I'm not going to ever talk about anything bad. Even though I've seen a lot of bad stuff, I'm never going to talk about that at all. I'm always going to talk about all the good. Okay, my video feed is good. Okay, okay, D Brooks. It popped on the front, my connection. I'm like, I don't know why I'm on connection. Anyway, so one story I was going to talk about, I had to get basically the go from my sister. She don't want to be on here because she's here, but she don't want to be on here. So I say, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it anyway. My middle sister, um, she went to school with LL Cool J. During this time, when I was going to school at Jackson High School in New York and Queens, which for those that don't know, some of the videos LL shot there, especially the one, the Hey Love video when he was standing on the car with the school thing behind him, the I'm Bad video, and a few others that he took in pictures with the Panther front out was building by. That was Andrew Jackson High School. Him and my sister, same age, was in the same grade. Birthday was around the same time, and I was good with a lady by the name of Simone. Her I think it was her brother, nephew. We were real cool. And Simone is LL Cool J's wife. That's his wife. And way before they got together, when LL was still going to school there, before he had left from there, um, I would get to come. Would come pick me up first, but pick up my sister. I think my sister was doing choir or something. I can't remember what she was doing. She was doing an event, and she got to get out of school just a little bit earlier than everybody else, if I'm not mistaken at the time. I'm just going off memory. It's a little kid then. And he love you already too, bro. Yeah, Pim, appreciate it. Tell your dad I said, man, love him to death too, bro. I'm gonna love him to death. Okay, so back to story. So my mom had asked me to go in to go get her. She would always get me to go and go get her because she would park outside. I would go and go get her. And believe it or not, this is where the story always takes a turn. When I would go in, for those that don't know, Ed Lover from Ed Lover and Dr. Dre, he was a radio personality back in the day, worked for MTV Raps and everything else. He was security guard there at the time. And he would always stop me, hey man, where you going? Man, you always coming through here because I would always make a detour. Man, I was a little kid. When you walk through that door, the lunchroom was over to the left instead of going to the right where my sister was at. So I would make a detour to the left where the lunchroom was at because they had the snack machines. And I would go in and give me some snacks just back when you can get something for cheap. 25 cents go a long way in the machine. 25, 50 cents. Not these days, but back then. We're talking about the 80s. And LL used to get out of school early because he would go and record. This when he was recording all his beginning stuff and whatnot. And I remember at this time, I Need a Radio was already playing on the radio. And he stopped me and he was like, yo, little man, little man, little man. I said, yeah. He was like, yo, where you going? I said, I'm going to the cafeteria. He said, okay. He said, hey, do I know you from somewhere? I said, well, you probably know me from around the way and from coming here. I mean, we all from the same neighborhood, same area. I mean, what's up? He was like, basically, what's up? Queens, you got drug dealing cousins from Jamaica, don't you? Man, pimping, don't you start that rumor. No, I don't. No, I don't. No. You funny, dude. No. But anyway, um, he's telling me, this and this, and he's talking and I remember he gave me one of his posters and whatnot, and he was like, back in my mind, I'm like, okay, but then I'm like, okay, why are you giving me all this stuff? Then he was like, yo, your sister, man, I want to holler. That's man, ain't you still hollering to so and so's to the chick Simone? We ain't really together right now, but because at the time they wasn't. Yes, LA was being LA at the time, early days. Like I said, this was back when he was in high school. And so I approached my sister with it. Ella trying to talk to you. She said, who? I said, Smith, Todd Smith, T Smith. We was calling T Smith. I said, T Smith. She was like, man, no, he with that girl. I ain't trying to talk to him, trying to talk to them, trying to do it. Well, he's becoming big and I know tell him what's gonna be. So every now and then I pick up my sister about that, saying, man, you see where he's at now? You know where we could have been? And she said, he was with that girl. He wasn't studying me. I wasn't gonna do that. But who knows? Who knows what it went to? But shout out to LL. That was basically story time just got juicy. Yeah, 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 John. You're gonna find out it's gonna really get juicy because I said I put out a vote for it, and everybody said throw at least one or two of those in there. So that was my story with LL. And I remember that same day, I was telling my sister, we outside, and she was getting us stuff. We came on outside. A limousine had already pulled up sitting outside. I was like, oh, that's probably for T Smith. That's probably for LL then. And it was so crazy. He had to come out of school running. Girls was running behind him, and I remember this dude wanted to fight him because his chick wanted him, this and that. So he ended up having all this big time security at the time. Yo, what up, Craig? Craig always called me big. Craig called me Big Apple. I'll take it. I'll take that. I mean, that's how I got the name New York, so I'll take it. So to say that part was crazy, it really crazy because I saw him so much after that, and after a while I didn't see him no more because I mean he blew up to the point too big. He left school. He left school altogether. He left it and went to pursue his career. I mean, he went to pursue his dream. But Def Jam used to throw, which I'll tell the rest of my story sooner or later. Matter of fact, I'll tell part of it now. My older sister, God rest her soul, she used to live at a duplex that was across the street from the barbershop off of Hollis Avenue. And at that barbershop, there was a guy that went to school, Russ Simmons, that was real cool with. He was real cool with him, whatnot. Russ Simmons' older brother, for y'all to know, he got an older brother that's an artist. He paints, he does all that. And I can't remember his name or the barber's name, but the barber cut everybody's hair that was signed to Def Jam. And that's we talking about the 80s. This before the 90s, we talking about the 80s. Slick Rick would come through. Trying to think who else would come through. Ron DMC, they was always there. I mean, they're gonna be there. They're gonna be there because I mean Joe's brother, younger brother. Y'all didn't know the youngest brother is brothers with Russ Simmons for those that don't know. Gadget Goddess, what's happening? How you doing, Miss Lady? Gadget got you right on time. I was telling some of my famous stories, meeting famous people, and I'm starting all the way back to when the bass was a guy I met, people that I grew up around. Yes, please make sure y'all smash the like button. Please smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Tell a friend to tell a friend. So Russell Simmons would always be throwing these parties, and this is right when Def Jam was starting to kind of take off. He was always throwing these parties, and me and my nephew, we 2 years apart. He's my older sister. He could attest to this story too. They were passing out flyers all the time for all the parties. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. Yes, I'm celebrating 100. I'm definitely celebrating. So with that being said, I would always try to reach for them flyers. Little man, you can't get a flyer. You and your little brother. Come on, that's my nephew. Well, y'all can't go to the party, nothing like that. So sister, she would come across, to come get us, right across the street, come get us, paid for the barber cuts and whatnot. And they were all taking a picture because they was all about to go on. They was having a party before they went on this big tour. And so it was Ron DMC, it was Rob Bass, it was LL Cool J was there, Slick Rick was there. Man, it was so many people. One dude from the Supreme Teams was there. I didn't realize that till later on because I wasn't paying attention to all that at that moment. I realized that like a year or so later. And bring some friends in here and chill with the one and only Big Apple. Yes, please bring some friends in here. Please, please, please. So we took this one picture and they let us be in the picture. Here, come on, little man, come on, little man, little man. Dude was standing up on a big, tall ladder to get everybody. And we in front of his barbershop. You had the holler sign behind us. which now that's the same sign, still says Hollis, but then it says Ron DMC Way as well on it. So we standing up in that area, and me and my nephew, we like this at the bottom with our little. Matter of fact, we had on the same kind of hat. I got on out of buckets. We like this. Took the picture, and then he ended up giving us a copy of that picture. And my thing was to always get it blowed up. But after my sister passed, I don't know what happened to it. All the sister, she passed back in early 2000. I don't know what happened to it. We was gonna actually get that blowed up, and I swear I was gonna blow it up, probably bigger than these back here, and put it up. But maybe one day that picture will resurface somehow, some way, somewhere, so I can do that. But I was around all these people growing up, and then just being around all these people, and then you seeing they famous. And my famous people didn't matter to me. They really didn't matter because I grew up around all of them. I grew up around so many of them, and I got to see a lot of them. Like another story I could tell y'all. In Queens was in Rosedale going toward we had just left Green Acres Mall over in Queens, over in it's off Sunrise Highway. We stopped at this pizza shop to get some pizza and whatnot. Older sister sent me and my nephew in there to go get it, and she wondered what's taking us so long. Well, while we're in there, we didn't pay attention to the red Jeep sitting parked beside us. That was Salt and Pepper and Spinderella. They were in line, and they were off to the side, kind of, because people's in there. Hey, how you doing? And this before cell phones and all that. So people were just getting autographs and whatnot. That's all you got. We didn't want all that. But for me being me at the time, I was trying to holler at Spinderella, and Salt was moved out the way. I'm a little kid at the time too. I think I was maybe about, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, somewhere along in there. And Pepper thought I was trying to talk to her. And I said, no, Pep, no, you cool. You good looking here. I'm trying to holler at the DJ. What? I'm trying to holler at Spin. Spin was like, how old are you? And I mean, I'm spitting mad game. I thought I had some game. I still ain't got no game today, but it's all right. I thought I was spitting game. Regulator got a roll guy. All right, D Brooks, holler back at you. So I'm sitting up there and I'm thinking I'm spitting my best game. She said, "Oh, you cute. How old are you?" I said, "Don't matter how old I am, because 20 years from now you're gonna be old. You're gonna be old, and then you're gonna be wanting this young man, right?" I mean, I'm steady talking. She said, "Oh, that's cute." She just gave me a hug and a kiss on the cheek. I said, "At least level up on the other side." She gave me on the other side. That was enough for me. I said, "All right, I'll be at the wedding next week." And she just laughed. She said, "Who kid is this?" And my sister came in. "What y'all in here doing? I thought y'all was in here picking up the pizza." And I was like, "We are, but look who's in here." And she's like, "Oh, okay." I said, "They was in that red Jeep, blah, blah, blah." So my sister spoke to him. She spoke to whatnot. And then we left. But to me, that was my highlight right there. And I met Spinderella so many times, but years later, when I was doing security, I told her that story. She laughed. She said, "You know what?" She said, "The funniest thing is, I remember part of what you say." She said, "I'm not saying you." She said, "I remember part of what you're saying." And she was DJing for an event. And Pepper and Salt was just saying, Sandy, that she wasn't there. She wasn't there. And that she was DJing for the event. And I told her that because we was all backstage. And I told her because she was like, "Yeah, we can do this dude from New York. You go by New York, blah, blah, blah." So I'm from Queens. I said, "I'm from Queens." She said, "You already know me. You met me when I was a little kid." I said, "I did?" I said, "Yeah, I try to spit my strongest game to you. You pay me no attention." I said, "And the next time I saw you, I try to spit game to you." Didn't realize at the time she was with oh my God, what is dude's name? I'm looking at his face. He was playing for the New Jersey Nets at the time. One of her baby daddies now too. Anderson, last name Anderson. I can't name his face because he's from New York too. She was with him, and and by this time I'm a teenager, and he really tried to rush up on me, and I'm like, "Dude, no." She's like, "He's just a fan. Don't worry about it." I said, "Man, I'll take your girl." I was on that type of deal because I was infatuated with her at that moment. Because she gave me a kiss on the cheek when I was a little kid. I ain't forget that shit. I was cool. Excuse my French, but I ain't forget it. So that was kind of like one of my highlights. And man, like I said, I could tell so many stories. I got people on the other side on another chat thing I'm on, like, keep going, keep going. I'm like, man, I'll be sitting here talking forever. I ain't trying to talk that long. Because Gigi, as you know, Tech Preacher gonna be on in a little bit, and I'm gonna want to see his live. But she said, "Oh, LOL," throwing the Mac out there like a pimp. She gonna text me later, player. Okay. But man, I tried. I tried at that time, and it's so funny. The last time I saw her when I was doing security, I told her that story, and she just kind of just chuckled and laughed because she said, "I remember the red Jeep." She was like, "That label? That's all they paid for us. That one Jeep." I said, "It was three of y'all. And they paid for one. Three of they paid for one." But Trish got married in KC. Oh man, yeah, I heard about that. Bet that they got married here. Tretch, I used to see him all the time. So close to me. Hey, Craig, you from KC? Okay. So yeah, that's one of the stories. Um, Another time I've seen so many people. Like I said, I'm gonna start with people I've seen grow up before I start people I did security stuff with. Shout out to Whoopi Goldberg. Believe it or not, I met her several times, and the one time with my older sister, God rest her soul. She was a big Whoopi Goldberg fan. This is during Jumpin' Jack Flash days and everything and all that. Every woman has heard that line. It doesn't matter how old I am. It's cute though. You're right, GG. It is. So Whoopi Goldberg was in a store next door, and I spotted her. Went and said something. I said, "Well, stay right here. I told my sister me she's really a big fan." And this right after Jumpin' Jack Flash. Just right. There's another movie she did that was big at that time too, but I just remember Jumpin' Jack Flash. But that was like that. That was that big one. And I went, got my sister. Hey, I got someone I want you to meet. Who? I told her it was a school teacher. I said, "My school teacher." I never forget. I told my school teacher. What? Yeah, she wants to see you. Blah blah blah. We walked. My sister froze. Like, well, I mean, and Whoopi is kind of a quiet person. Don't like to get around too many people. Never did any of that. But she gave my sister a hug, and I was like, wow, And sister was like, I was like, yeah. I told her. I said, yeah. I said, well, thank you for waiting till my sister could meet you. I remember we was in the city, and she gave her a big hug, and my sister was talking, stuff about stuff, and which camera phones and all that. Matter of fact, cell phones wasn't even out, except for them big damn drug dealer cell phones. I know what you're saying, Pippin. Yeah, it was a big drug type cell phone, but no, I ain't had one of those either. Too young then. Steve Harvey aside and tell him to start walling out. Craig, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't even doing that one. I ain't even doing that. Um, I'm not going there. But yeah, that's one of my things that I saw, with her and whatnot, and it was real cool. I used to see a lot of people going on the train because a lot of these famous people rode the train. I was actually on the train with Seinfeld, and everybody was just like, "It's Seinfeld, Seinfeld." I'm like, "Who?" So at time, this is before the Seinfeld show. He was just doing stand up, and I was like, "Who?" I was like, "Oh, okay." I just said, "Okay, it's Scott Stanley." Okay. I mean, I mean, whatever you want me to say. And them folks looked at me like I cursed at him. He looked at me like, "What's wrong with you?" Tell me you have had a Wally bird. Man, you know what, Craig? No. I heard so many bad things about them and how bad it tastes. I said, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. I go to the hole in the wall spots. If it ain't like Jim Fatburger, I ain't doing it. If it ain't Jim's, I ain't going there. Not doing it at all. Nope, 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 nope. And Gigi, also, if it's not the cookout, I ain't doing it. So nope, nope, nope. I said I wasn't going. I'm sure most people have some brushes with it. Yeah, it was popping so hard back then. It was more. Yeah, it was. It definitely was. Um, I remember meeting Queen Latifah. I met Queen Latifah, Yo Yo, and Moni Love all at the same time. And this was right after they did the Ladies First. I know I'm probably talking some stuff. People like Ladies First. What is that? For y'all, go check your history. Them ladies stood for what they stood for, and they meant what they said. And I literally broke my neck running a hole in the door for them and told them, "Hey, ladies first." They said, "Oh," they pinched my cheeks, and I was a little chubby. Look, yeah, pinch my cheek. I was like, okay, okay, all right, yeah, okay. Fair to be with, yeah, pimping. I forgot about that movie. Yo, I forgot about that movie. I know Marcus is a clown, but Donnie, I'm not talking bad about them. I've actually met Mark Wahlberg, and he was real cool. He was a real cool dude. Um, Donnie, I never met him, but yeah, Queen Latifah could sing. Queen Latifah really could sing. Yeah, she can. She been could sing, but her whole thing was she wanted to get a message out there. She went to rap, and this in the early days. Earlier, she wanted to go to rap, and to see her whole transition, as she's still doing it, I love it. Love to death. I didn't really know him, but it was a guy that used to hang around. He was basically my dad worked with him, and his son was cool with Queen's brother Lance because they rode motorcycles together. So when Lance passed, which is Queen Latifah's brother, man, he was heartbroken by that. Heartbroken, really, really heartbroken. Really, really. Man, I got people talking about still keep going with stories. Keep going, keep going. I'm like, man, like I said, I'll be sitting here forever. One of my famous stories, which I said to Gigi and So Lit, probably So Lit ain't even on here. He must be working or something. Um, when I used to go to my aunt's house over there off of Linden, which was not too far from where my house was, but we always stayed there majority of the time during my early part of years. It was this kid that used to always walk by and say, "Man, your dad won't let you out the gate," because my dad always said, "You can't go out the gate." I said, "Nah, he ain't letting me out the gate. I can't go nowhere, man. I want to go up to the corner store up there." For those of you who don't know what a corner store is, a store that sat on the corner and also was a bodega inside. Majority of them. Well, anyway, I couldn't go. So I knew that dude as Boo Boo. Y'all know him as Curtis, aka 50 Cent. He did me a great justice. He saw me sitting on that stoop. Yes, the stoop. We had a porch stoop, and it was a corner house. And his grandmother knew my aunt, and he actually went to the store and he brought me back some sour powers, aka those sugar straws, aka I don't know what they call them now, power straws, whatever they call them. In New York at the time, you got a whole bag. You got 20 of them from $1, and he bought me 20 of them. And I was like, "Yo, appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it." He said, "Man, you good?" And he was like, because another kid had told him, "Yo, yeah, I go to school and he good, he good, he cool." Pixie sticks, okay, that's what they call. I don't know what they call now, but he actually brought me some back. And then later on that day, I saw him. By this time, I was with my cousin that walked me up to. There was a pizza shop up there on the other side, up across from the Rochdale is at. And this dude and 50 got into a beat. Time 50 still a little kid. And I watched 50 Cent break his jaw. One punch. I watched Curtis break his jaw with one effing punch. Back when everybody was just, Baby, you stupid. Yeah, that is back. Yo, you wildin'. You wildin'. You right, though. Curtis is a big guy. Um, he's about my height. Back in the late 90s before he got shot, he was. And then now, he's still a big dude, but he's real cool. And to come to find out, fast forward to now, before my dad passed, I took him to a wedding that he was invited to, and a family reunion. It was all that same weekend, and he was there. And kind of find out we related now through marriage. How about that one? He was there. He was there. Took pictures. Kind of find out he had family that was from where my dad's from. And the next crazy thing was my aunt. She was there. She was still in New York at the time, but now she doesn't. She lived down south now. She came down forward for the family reunion for the wedding, and 50 Cent grandmother was there, and they were all sitting talking, and they were just trading stories back and left and right, back and forth. So grandma said, "I remember you when you was a little kid. You had them chubby cheeks and blah blah blah." I was like, oh. But it was cool for her to remember that. And 50 Cent grandfather was talking to my dad, and they was like, "Yeah, he used to sit and drink. He used to do this, do that." And it was like it's a small world. Like I always saw him outside the gate and whatnot, and he wouldn't remember nothing. I always saw him, but he was always real cool, real nice to me. He really was, and then mostly because of one of my cousins, which I'm not gonna name. That I oh, let's not even get there. We're gonna leave that one alone. I ain't gonna put that out there like that. But It was just so funny. Anybody from, if you look at a map, Queens, see Southside Jamaica, Queens, and see that area from Laurelton all the way to wherever, whatever, that whole area. Yeah, yeah, people, I'm from there. And you start to realize you see a lot of people. Like, for instance, I went to school with Lord Banks. I went to school with him for a short period of time while I was still there. And I remember he ended up going to August Martin. By that time, I ended up moving down south, going to school. 'Cause my dad retired, moved down south. But it's so crazy. Some of the people that he was cool with, I kind of stayed in touch with, and they was like, "Yo, he just signed this deal. What with G Unit?" I said, "What?" And this before G Unit, before y'all, everybody knew what G Unit was. He's like, "Yeah, man, he gonna be with them." Okay, with 50. I was like, "Oh, okay." So he said that. I'm like, "Okay, I knew it was." I bet he would have been a trip. Yeah, you talking about 50 being a trip? Yeah, he was. He was actually cracking. He was actually, I mean, he real cool. And I told him the story about when he did that, and he was like, "Man, I don't really remember that, but you don't owe me nothing for that." He said, "I did a lot for few people around there." I said, "Yeah, I couldn't leave the gate." As soon as I said, "You stupid, I couldn't leave the gate," he died laughing. He said, "I remember you now." And then he was cracking jokes on me the whole time, which it had me laughing too. I ain't mind. I bet he would have been a trip. No, Lord, man. He was quiet. He was always a quiet dude, real quiet, real quiet, real quiet dude. He really didn't talk a whole lot about everything. He really was quiet. It's just like how my wife said, Trey Byers from Empire. They went to school together, and she also went to school a short period with Janelle Monae, the wife from KC. And she was like, Janelle Monae was always singing all the time, and it's so crazy. Janelle did a live. I'm trying to go top. She did a live not too long ago on IG, and I jumped on it, and I mentioned my wife's name, and she remembered it. The wife got one of those unique names, and she remembered it and was like, "Yeah, I remember her from middle school. She was smart. Tell her I said hello." And I said, "Well, yeah, birthday's the same month. Birthday this day." She said, "Well, I'm gonna make sure I get on and give her a shout out video. I'll send it directly to you." Appreciate it. She do that. I said, "My wife be happy about that." Anyway, back to my story, because that's her story. Back to my story. Um, a few people I got to see a lot. Like I said, growing up, I got family that was in Brooklyn as well, so I got to see a lot of people in Brooklyn. I never forget my cousin Junior with his Cadillac. Him and Slick Rick to me was in competition with the Cadillacs, sitting clean. And I remember being with him, seeing a whole lot of people. I remember running the Fabulous when he was first getting out there, and DJ Clue was shopping deals around. Um, and try to get his stuff off because he was signing DJ Clue first with his label. And being around a lot of good people during that time and seeing a lot of great things go down. Definitely loved a lot of it. And like I said, I'm not going to keep talking about all the stories. I've been on here an hour and some change. Everybody tired of seeing me and tired of hearing me talk about these stories for now. So, if anything, any questions, anybody, I'm going to save a lot of these stories for more times I'm on here. I'm going to add them in because I promised some folks that I will add those stories in as we go along. Curtis is a normal guy. I like to watch his interview. Yeah, he really is. He really is cool, laid back. And he was cool with everybody there. Everybody wanted to take pictures with him, and he did. He took pictures with him and whatnot. And a few of them I think I have. I didn't take a picture with him because, for one, at that time, I had a raggedy ass phone. Oh my God, I was so mad at that phone. It didn't take pictures as well. And another time, I wasn't trying to be on that fan type crap because I was like, I already have great history with him. And I wasn't trying to be that. But I was letting the little kids do it. The little kids shine. He had on a white shirt. He had on his red New York hat, and I forgot what I had on, and I had on my New York hat, and it was a wonderful thing. And he showed a lot of people loved him that whole time. He didn't turn nobody away. He didn't. He didn't turn nobody away. He congratulated all of them. My cousin Maurice, Maurice Carter, he congratulated him and whatnot. And I thought it was real cool. And I got to see a lot of family members I ain't seen in a while. And I was just from my dad's side. And then I remember I remember years before that, that's when I found out I was related to Jerome Bettis because my mother used to be a Bettis. I met him. Even he was real cool. Has a big heart, no doubt. Yeah, great. He definitely has a big heart. Definitely does. All right, anybody got any questions about anything, cost stuff, and no pimping? I'm a regular dude. Matter of fact, pimping, I told you, you need to get my number for Stunner Reese and hit me up. I was gonna send it to your IG, but I can't find your damn IG. I'm like, I said, I know Pimpin got an IG. I know he got one. I couldn't find it on it to send you that DM. That's why I told you to get it for Stunner. But anybody else, any more questions? Mother live. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm answering questions from both lives. Yeah, I did a lot of security for a lot of famous people during that time of 2000 to about 2004. Because I know I took a break from it and I went back to it and worked at a few places and whatnot. But yeah, definitely had a great time during that time. Met a lot of people. A lot of people. One of my things you will find out is you'll find out a lot of people are not as tall as you think they are. That's one of the other things you'll find out. Um, Other than that, that's all I can speak on that. I ain't gonna speak too much on that. Keep making the videos and doing the lives. It's a great resource for building your channel. Yeah, it definitely is. I'm not trying to sponge off anybody for building a channel, but I'm trying to, to stay in my own lane. But I support so many people with their lives and with their channels. And people will tell you that's on this live, you comments out from everybody else the way I comment. And I always see a lot of people's videos and I always comment on them. And yeah, I try to start doing my lives every week. And I try to do them every Tuesday if I can. Unless I had issues like I had yesterday, then it would be like a day like today or Thursday. Because other people that I watch on certain days, and I found that Tuesday slot open where I can just jump in. You good, Pete? Glad we crossed paths. Me too, Gigi. Especially being, we kind of lived in some of the same areas. Like your stomping grounds over there. I lived all over there and worked in a lot of areas over there. I did. I ain't gonna lie. I did hate living by that damn pavilion by the Verizon amphitheater right there. That oh my god, that crap right there. Ugh. When it was a concert. Oh and man, don't let it be a country concert. It's even worse because they be out of tailgating early. You can't even get home. I'm gonna still call you Big Apple, nothing but love. Hey man, that's what you call me. That's cool. That way, you know what? Go ahead and do that because that way I know it's you. Everybody call me New York. I just know it's you. Stopping by Gadget Chats last night. Oh yeah, Gigi. When I was at Gadget Chats last night, believe it or not, I was almost at the game. I went to the KU game, which I've documented as well. I'm gonna edit that video and just throw it up. But I got some folks that want to see that. So that's why I dropped in real quick and then dropped out. Davis Jr. Hold up, where's my phone? Make sure I got that for your IG, Pippin. Make sure I got that. Because I got my other things sitting up here that I can't use right now to jump in. So let me. KU like University of Kansas game? Yeah, I was at the Kansas game last night. Yeah, KU game. It was Kansas game against Milwaukee. I was there last night. I got invited, went on here and went. Had a great time. That was my first KU game. I had a great time. Great time. I said I'll do that again. The invite comes along because I got some connections that work up in there. So I said, you know what, I'll definitely do that again. No doubt. Dang, I got a lot of messages on IG. Okay, we'll go. I work for KU. Oh, you have? I know I have. I worked in the IT for KU, but it was for their data center stuff, which was far off site. It was on a whole nother site because the hospital did as well. Um, let's see. Facts. Hashtag facts real dude. Appreciate it. Right up the road from me. Oh, okay, Craig. Hey, you real close then. Right up the road from you. I ain't too far. I ain't too far from all that. I worked on the main. Oh, okay, yeah, we worked the main campus. That's where I was at last night. The main campus. At the last night at the main campus. Oh shoot! There you go, pimping. I got you. I got you. I got you. I went ahead and just DM you that message real quick. Yeah, Alpha House was nice. Had a great time there. Definitely had a great time. Gigi, you still in here? I got a question about y'all gadget chats. If you still in here before I go. Oh wow, you did lead jacket cable. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I do some of that too at times. Yes, sir. You still okay? So Gigi, for the people that's in here, I want to kind of elaborate on with your channel. Y'all, please check out Gigi's channel. She has gadget chats on every Tuesday. Is it every Tuesday night? I just want to make sure I get out the right. I want people to go ahead and support you. Please support Miss Gigi. They talk about a lot of tech stuff. I know some people not tech savvy in here, but you know what? They lay it down to where it is. Yes, sir. She does it between 7 and 9. She does it by the time I get off live is when she starts. Because I try to go before that so I can catch it. Trying to make sure I jump in all, because I watch a lot of people live. Trying to make sure I do it way before that. So definitely check her out. Definitely check her out. I love the gadget tracks they talk, and that's a lot of great information in it. It's a lot of stuff, you know. Some stuff it had me question. Wow, that's okay. And as you see, she put up their podcast, YouTube, Twitter, and IG. Definitely go check her out. So Gigi, I'm gonna send you that invoice for that PSA. Oh yeah, Craig. Me and Local, we talked about it. Being we not too far from another. We would have met up earlier, but I think he was getting over a big cold, almost like the flu. So yeah, we're gonna meet up and whatnot, and chop it up and whatnot. Sometime never coming up. Tanner got you, LOL. Oh, Tanner got me. What he got me with? Oh, Craig, Local, you homie. Okay. Sure, I'm learning something every day. Learn something every day. Yeah. He's definitely a great guy. Um, like I said, I got a chance to talk to him. I know I need to hit him up, call him. He will cover my. Oh, he gonna cover your fees. Okay, we'll see. I'll say that to him. He gonna give me that. He gonna give me that chuckle laugh. He's a junkyard king. Yeah, I've seen in some of his videos where he's a junkyard king. He's going to a lot of them around here and find a lot of good stuff. But as soon as you're done, I'll go follow back and check that. Okay. Hey, Pimpin. Also, Pimpin. I was thinking about when I do my new intro, man. I gotta throw you on there. I know you're gonna tax me out the ass probably, but I gotta throw you on there. I'm gonna have to go rob Peter to pay Paul and stand on the corner to get some money. Hold a sign up to get some money to pay you, but definitely want to put you up there on that. Because man, I need people to see y'all. If y'all haven't seen some of Pimpin' stuff, please get on there, see his stuff. Dude is hilarious. Hilarious. I thought I was funny, but he got me way beat. He had me laughing so hard driving back from Louisiana, and I was almost back here. I was glad I was almost home, man. I felt like I was about to wreck. I was laughing so hard, and I had it for those. I have Miracast, so I had it Miracast through the car so I could watch it. Yo, I was cracking up so hard, man. It was just crazy, crazy. Craig, don't have you mad? MC. No, I have not. I have not. Yes. What Gigi's saying for her podcast is not the profile she's on right now. She has a separate YouTube channel for that, and it's called Gadget. Gadget Chats. So yeah, yes. Cool, I'm gonna check you out. Yes, Pimpin, definitely check her out. She has a lot of interesting stuff, and it took for me like I already knew so lit already from being in chats and talking to him back and forth to him introduce me to all these other avenues. And I'm a techie person. I was just like, oh my God, wow. I was like, just to talk about everything, Especially to me, Gigi is like the queen goddess of the phones. I mean, I thought I was the only one at one point that had a Huawei. Preacher goes on. Yeah, I'm already be off before Tech Preacher go on. Shout out to the Tech Preacher. Y'all definitely go check him out. He's on YouTube as well. His podcast is usually on Wednesday. I try to have any of my stuff before he gets on because I always end up on his podcast as well. I'll be sitting there eating, having a fork in one hand, laughing, and typing back on the other. Typing back on the other. But yeah, definitely funny. Definitely funny. Definitely funny. Also, Pimpin'. Man, I know I'm kind of getting off topic, y'all, but Pimpin', I got to laugh at that skit thing y'all was doing. Yo, y'all need to make that a series. Lady X had on that wig, you had on that wig. Y'all need to make that a damn series. I swear y'all do. Y'all need to make that a series. The shit is funny. Page here on YouTube. Wednesday is Savage. Y'all see it. Miss Goddess put it out there. No need of me just repeating it. That's what it is. Oh my dang, Gadget Goddess. That bill gonna go up. Matter of fact, we can even the score. Give me that blue Huawei you got. We good. I was saying some fan, Huawei, that was a good ass phone. Can't complain. But y'all, my time has run out. If any more questions about anything, I know I didn't talk about a lot of car stuff. I'm trying to talk about everything because I got people car stuff in here. I got people tech stuff over here. I got people want to know about my security days over here. I'm trying to do a session with all three and bridge the gap. That way, everybody can get everything they want. No, Craig, she is in Charlotte. I actually used to live in Charlotte. She's in Charlotte. Matter of fact, Gadget Goddess, there's a lot that's changed in Charlotte. There's a lot that has changed. I was still there when they was doing all that big construction, trying to widen the area to go toward Concord and all. I'm so glad that crap is done. It was done after I was gone, though, but dang. Ben, whatever you need, let me know. I'll shoot it. Get it to you, no charge, man. Come on, man, I appreciate that, bro. Wakanda forever. Appreciate that. Whether you shoot it or I shoot it with you, it don't matter. We'll talk about it because I know for a lot of stuff for 2020, we're gonna be both at the same. I saw a brand new world now, Tar Heel Country. Yeah, I know it's them hills. It's them hills. Yeah, the Tar Heels. Yep. I actually like Tar. I don't have nothing against them. You know, well, it's all about them Rock Chalk Jayhawks though. That's what it's about right now. It's about them. It's about them. Rock Chalk. Um, Something else I want to say, which I don't forgot and slipped my mind, being we talking about everything else. But y'all, my time is up. I ain't staying much longer. I'm gonna go ahead and go. Any more questions? It's time here in Kansas. Yes, I you know what, Craig, I spit that to Gigi on a live that they did. Matter of fact, it was IG. We were both live back and forth talking about it, and I said, and I a statement of telling her, I was like, basically, I said, basically, you know, we we made Tar Heels what they are. We made them what they are. We helped them with this and this to get there. If you don't believe it, ask Roy Williams. I said, Roy Williams, he comes to support us. He can't beat us. He can't beat KU, but he comes support it all the time. And Bill Self does the same. He supports him as well. Like Bill Self, he's a real cool dude. Real cool dude. Took time, talk, take pictures, all that with me. A long time when I first got here. Roy made history. Okay, yeah, Roy did make history. He made history. Like Brown made history. Man, so many of them that made history here. Pat Riley. I can go down the list. Will Chamberlain, Paul Pierce, but we ain't gonna go on all that. I don't want Gigi getting mad at me. Yeah, Dean Smith though. Yeah, Gigi, I actually just for you, when I'm putting together this little KU video from last night, I took a picture of the Dean Smith thing just for you. I took a picture just for you because, as for most people should know, here is where the basketball started. Started at KU. It started there. But y'all, my time is gone. Any more questions? Any more anything? So I'm going to grab something to eat before I jump on a whole nother live, but I wanted to get that out there and also apologize for the live yesterday. I know a lot of people, I mean, a lot of people, I was getting messages left and right, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. It's not letting me on. I don't know what it was. I don't know. And tonight I had no problems. 1, 2, 3, boom, I'm off. So hopefully I get this video done because I stopped editing some other stuff because I was editing some stuff for some other folks as well. I'm going to go ahead and get up there. Until then, let peace be with y'all. Y'all have a good one. Hope to see y'all on Wired Wednesday. Yes, everybody, please check out Wired Wednesday. Please, please, please. The Tech Preacher. Please check it out. He'll be on live here probably about another 30-something minutes from now. So please, 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 y'all. Be safe out there. Enjoy your holiday season. Also, please, I don't know why I have to say this. I say this to some folks. Do not leave your car running. Make sure you lock your doors. If you don't have remote start, you sit out there with your car warming up. Because people are getting their cars taken left and right by doing dumb crap. So y'all make sure y'all stay safe out this holiday season because there's some crazy folks out there. And for those tech folks that are still here, when you're in the position I'm in and doing the tech stuff I'm doing, you already know the dangers already. So make sure these sites y'all ordering from are some decent sites. Make sure they're taking PayPal or something like that to cover your behind. I don't want to preach that no more, but to make sure, because I had to preach that to so many people, especially y'all in this other chat over here, I had to preach that to so many people. Please make sure you do that. Because there's some crazy folks out here, and there's some folks out here that's just robbing anybody for any little thing. I just came across an article yesterday that had where basically somebody hacked into something and was getting everybody's packages diverted and something else, and he at least got away with at least over $2 million worth of stuff, and that included money as well. Whoever did it, it was a guy, woman, who knows who did it. They couldn't find anything, but they had to use the insurance basis to cover everything else that was missing, that was lost. And then people got to wait. So just make sure that you order in reputable sites. Make sure you're being aware of your surroundings, especially my ladies that's in the chat. Miss Gigi, I don't know who else is still in here, but I know you in here. Please, 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 please. Please, please, please. And I mean, please. I don't know if people want to ask me to show you this. They didn't want to show. They didn't want to show you. I don't know why. But also make sure while we on here, we support one another, supporting other channels. If I support you, especially, I don't expect you to support me back, but please support me back because I definitely support you. I support everybody. I support people that don't even support me back. It don't bother me none. If I like their content, I like their content. That's just it. Till then, let peace be with y'all. Peace and elbow grease. Peace. Appreciate you guys. You got me. Okay, appreciate you.